Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's episode, I'm going to be doing this fantastic Chinese takeaway starter, jumbo pancake rolls. You can do it in under 30 minutes. Don't believe me? Then let's rock and roll. Yes, so let's jump in with the ingredients. First of all, you're going to need some of these TYJ spring roll pastry wrappers. You're going to need some char siu, Chinese roast pork, followed by some grated garlic, minced garlic. One-third teaspoon of MSG, that's optional. One-third teaspoon of salt. One teaspoon of 5-spice powder. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Now onto the bean sprout side, you're going to need 600 grams of fresh bean sprouts. To that, you need to add 1 garlic clove, minced, grated, crushed. 1/4 teaspoon of MSG, again that's optional. 1/3 teaspoon of salt. 1 heaped teaspoon of black pepper, and that is for, and obviously you'll need your vegetable oil. Now, to a wok, nice and hot. Make sure it starts and start smoking before you add your oil. So once your wok does start smoking, you put it in it's 2 tablespoons of oil. This is for the bean sprouts. Start off with. So once that is smoking, add in your mince quickly, followed by the bean sprouts. Literally, as you put your mince in, chuck in your bean sprout. To that, you're going to add the rest of your dry ingredients. Stir that around, give it a couple of flips. It's only going to take a couple of minutes. We don't want to cook them all the way through. We don't want them wilting. Just want them still nice and hard. So add in your salt, your MSG, and your black pepper. And then mix that well for another 30 seconds to a minute. Again, we don't want them. We don't want the bean sprouts wilting. We just still want them nice and crispy. Because obviously they're going to be cooking when they go back in once they're in the rolls. So just mix that through, make sure that's thoroughly mixed, and then we need to take that out and set to one side. What I'm going to do here. So we've got a colander. So you're using a colander, so put your bean sprouts into there. This way, if there's any water that's still within the bean sprouts, allows that to drain out. Because the last thing we want to do is put wet bean sprouts onto the wrappers, because they're just going to melt the wrappers. And also leave this to cool until it's like completely cold. It's nearly cold. So leave that to rest, and you can concentrate on doing the other part of the filling, which is the char siu. So yeah, this is what I'm doing here. Just creating a little hole in the bean sprouts to allow the water, the fluid, to seep out. So again, back to your wok, up nice and hot. We've got 1 teaspoon going in of oil there. Again, wait till it gets nice and hot, and we're going to go in again with the garlic straight away. Mix that round. Don't want it to burn. for a few seconds. We'll go in with the char siu, he hopes. Yeah. Going in with the char siu. That's already cooked. So again, we're just heating this through. We're combining all the ingredients. And then in with the MSG, salt, spice, pepper. Then mix that well to combine. Again, we're not. Only just need to combine it. It's just warm it through. Combine all the ingredients, and then we need to take that out into a separate container. Again, set to one side to cool down. Again, if we're going to start adding hot ingredients to wrappers, the wrappers is just going to melt. So we need all these ingredients to cool down. There we go. Let's get the char siu in. And then we can set that aside. So now what we're going to do, we're going to make a glue. So we're going to use some plain flour, all-purpose flour, plain flour. Don't need a lot. Just put some into a bowl. This is a little rice bowl. Put some water in there. Doesn't matter how much. We want like a glue consistency. Doesn't need to be really, really super thick. But obviously thick enough. Like a paste. Wallpaper paste. Right. That's our glue. That glue will serve its purpose. So with the wrappers then, I'm going to turn the board around here. If they're frozen, leave them out to defrost. They won't take long to defrost. Once you've opened them up, you can take some out. This should make about, I don't know, it depends on the bean sprouts. You could make between 4 and 6. So I've taken some sheets out here. Be careful, because they will tear quite easily. And then what you don't use, put away or put in damp cloth. And then separate out the sheets. It can be fairly firm. Again, if you're not used to it, just take your time. Don't take too long, because obviously these sheets will start drying out. And then we don't really want that. So once you've unravelled all your sheets, I'm taking off 3 here. So what I'm going to do with these 3, I'm going to put them all together. And then I'm going to halve them into like a triangle. And then I'm going to cut down the crease. Now this will form, I don't want to say a pocket, but an extra layer of pastry between the filling and the rest of the pastry, if that makes sense. It's a little, I'll show you how it is. So we've done 3, so we've got 6. So again, if they stuck together, just unstick them. And then we can start the filling process. Hopefully, like I say, once your ingredients have all cooled down, we can start this process. So we're going to take a full wrapper, put it diagonal, so it's a diamond, towards you. Don't worry if there's any tears in it. Sort that out later. So here's some of your paste and put it on the top corner. That's what we're going to seal a little bit up with. And then we're going to take one of the triangles and we're going to just offset it of the bottom, so it overlaps a little bit. Then you're going to take some of your bean sprouts, good handful of bean sprouts, and put them at the bottom of that triangle, not in the middle, at the bottom. We'll show this. And then create a well. In that well, you're going to take some of your char siu filling and put it in there. Okay, this is the takeaway version of it. So, take your hand, wrap at the bottom corner, and fold and pull towards you. You're going to make a nice tight roll. You see that crack? You've got a bit of a crack there, so you can use some of the glue to cover that over. And then with your bring over the sides, over one side, next side coming over, and then continue to roll. Roll, and there you go. There's your first pancake roll. I'll do it again. So again, you take a whole sheet, make a little diamond. Some paste at the top corner, the top of the diamond. You take a little smaller triangle, offset it. It's not quite. There's a little bit of overlap at the bottom. Then take your bean sprouts, put them at the bottom corner, not at the top, at the bottom corner. Not there. No, not there. There, at the bottom. Make a little well, and then put it in your char siu. And then once you've done that, grab the bottom corner, pull all your ingredients in, and keep rolling. Roll again. Bring in your corners. It's the left-hand side. It's the right-hand side. Just looking down at the screen anyway. Pull it towards you, and then roll. And that's that. And then just continue until you've used up all of your ingredients. So, in a wok full of oil, hot water, about 180 degrees, you want to dip your pancake rolls into the glue solution. This prevents the sides splitting and setting all the stuff out, and then drop them in there, and they will, I've only done one at a time here, but they will cook quite happily for about 5 minutes. Just turn them occasionally. We want them to go a nice golden brown. Like I say, that glue, if you've got any tears or anything like that, then again, just use that glue. These will freeze uncooked. Don't freeze them once cooked. You need to freeze them raw as is, and then when you defrost them completely first, if they're a bit soggy, then you can just make up some of that glue solution, and then you can dip the bits that are a bit saggy before you deep fry them. But they will fry in about 5 minutes. So once they've turned a nice golden brown, like I say, keep turning them. Once they've turned a nice colour, they'll be ready to take out and serve. And then you can continue with the rest, depending on how many you want. Like I say, you can freeze them as a defrost before cooking, if you do freeze them. And that is it. There you go. There's your jumbo rolls. Absolutely crispy, absolutely delicious, full of bean sprouts, nice and peppery. That crunch, unmistakable. And the taste is absolutely gorgeous. Give them a try. And so there's my prawn toast as well. There's a separate video of that. And that is it. Enjoy. Yep, and that is it for today's video. So if you did enjoy that, do remember to like and subscribe, and always remember to share. I have been Icobacca. Until next time, keep walking and rolling. Bye!